Okay, this is your unstable plank. This is a core stability exercise for all of the really deep core stabilizer muscles, the transverse abdominis, the erector spinae between the vertebrae. The other names escape me right now, but if you have any questions, just ask me. If you want to know what they are, I'd be more than happy to send you the information, the names of the muscles, some cool pictures, stuff like that. It's what keeps your spine really stable so that you can move the other parts of your body, your limbs, your legs, your arms, some movement in the upper torso, things like that. It keeps the spine really stable and neutral and safe, while you can have big, strong athletic movement happening further away from the spine. So you want those really deep stabilizing muscles to be really strong. Otherwise, when you go to do something really powerfully with a lot of force, if those deep intrinsic core muscles are weaker, that's going to allow the vertebrae to get pulled out of position, and that's when you're going to hurt your back. So you want to do a lot of this. You want to try to hold for long periods of time, and you'll notice a change, but it will take time. So for this one, I recommend 2 tennis balls. Just put them about shoulder width apart in front of you. Go ahead and place just like above your elbows on your forearms, place those on the tennis balls, clasp your hands together, and then slowly put your feet out. And you're gonna hold here for a minute. And if you want more of a challenge, scoot your feet further away behind you. And so what I'm thinking about as I'm holding here is I'm trying to feel into the pelvic floor muscles, the diaphragm, and all of the muscles around the lumbar vertebrae. You can see that I'm shaking. That's a good sign. I'm imagining all of those muscles being really strong and stable. Almost there. Nice. And then come out of it. Another option, it's going to accomplish the same thing. It's a little bit of a different angle. If you have access to a yoga ball, go ahead and set up a yoga ball in front of you. Again, this is like an unstable plank, or it's just also called the yoga ball plank. Put your elbows here on the yoga ball and set your feet out. You can see that my body's at a little bit of a different angle, but the spine is in the same position, that same neutral position. And once again, we're gonna hold for a minute. Now this one is great. I prefer this to the tennis balls, A, because it's more comfortable on my elbows and my forearms, but B, you can't really move the tennis balls, but here I can increase the resistance a lot just by extending my elbows a little bit, and as soon as I do that, I feel so much more turning on in my core, through my belly and my pelvic floor. You can also draw small circles with the elbows while trying to keep the spine and the pelvis totally fixed and neutral. Almost there. All right. And once again, you want to hold that for a minute, whatever version you're doing. Elbows in closer to you is going to make it easier. Elbows further away is going to make it harder. Make sure that you don't have like too much of a rounded low back and a tucked pelvis, or an arched low back and an untucked pelvis. Yeah, and get used to those, because there's going to be a lot of them. Every program I write basically has a lot of core stability in it, And that's just because it's essential. I have had some pretty severe back injuries, and this is the thing that is saving me. It's rehabbing me from the back injuries that I've had, and it's also bulletproofing my back so that I can do the athletic things that I want to do, and I'm not going to re-injure my low back. Enjoy.